Welcome to Filoti, travelers. Nested under Mount Zas, surrounded by farms and olive trees, the village has been standing here in the very heart of Naxos since ancient times. I was born and raised here, and I love this place with all my heart, even it can feel like a trap sometimes. My name is Petros, and I'm a farmer. I want to tell you about the best day of my life, the day I met my wife. Let me take you to the Fasolas neighborhood, where it all started. The Fasolas neighborhood is right here, up the stairs. It's a bit of a walk, so why don't I tell you some more while you walk up? Just follow the signs to Fasolas. Let's go. It was September 17th, 1974. Greece was finding its feet after years of dictatorship. The world was changing, the economy was struggling, and tourism was slowly coming to the Greek islands. I was busy, well, being me. Cynical, hardworking, speaking more with animals on the farm than with people, and according to one helpful neighbor, in desperate need of a haircut. I was the only one left with my mother. My father had died a year ago, and my brother had left for Canada 5 years earlier, searching for a better life. I loved working on the farm, but it was getting harder every year, with prices rising and our debt growing. Doing it all alone was tiring. After my mother had told me for the 100th time that it was time for me to get married, I had proposed to my childhood friend, Katerina. We had always gotten along well, and this story might have ended here if it had not been for Katerina's mother, Grigoria. My future mother-in-law was the most annoying woman in the village. The self-appointed counselor, she freely offered advice to anyone and got into everyone's business whether you wanted or not. She agreed to the wedding on one condition. She told me I had to stop being a farmer. Have you arrived in Fasolas yet? Let me know by switching to the next scene. This was our barber shop back then. Grigoria had sent me here to get a haircut and a shave, to take the farmer out of me and turn me into the man she wanted for her daughter. The problem was only, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to be that man. I stood near the barber shop's door, thinking for the 100th time whether I really wanted a mustache. I must have taken a step back, because...
Hey there. Watch your step.
I had walked right into a young woman with huge sunglasses, a wide-brimmed straw hat, and bell-bottom jeans.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll forgive you if you tell me where the grocery shop is.
That way. Forward.
You're a chatty one, aren't you? Thank you anyway. Oh, and if you were considering going to that barber shop, you should. Maybe he can add a smile to your face. It would look good on you.
Marvelous first impression. I had seen her before. She was part of a British hippie group hanging out near the church, constantly singing, dancing, drinking wine. Secretly, I envied them. But there was something completely stunning about this girl. As she walked away, I couldn't take my eyes off her, until the barber called me in.
Τι θα γίνει, θα μπεις?
I hated going to the barber. You sit there and you wait. And there are sharp objects near your face. And the worst thing, you are expected to talk.
Αλήθεια σκοπεύεις να έχεις αυτή τη γυναίκα σαν πεθερά? Είσαι τρελός. Και γιατί θέλει να ξεριστείς?
Έρχεται ο Νικόλας σήμερα. Θα φέρει και τη σύζυγό του.
Like some sort of interrogation. Did I really want to have Grigoria as my mother-in-law? Had I lost my mind? And why did she want me to save? I told him that my little brother Nicholas was coming with his new wife. Rumors had spread around the village that Nicholas had become rich and that his wife had lots of money. Those rumors had given Grigoria an idea. We would get some of that money, so I would no longer have to be a farmer. We would open a grill for tourists and all be rich.
Petros, πού είσαι? Πέτρο!
Εδώ είμαι!
Άντε, γεια σου, για όνομα του Θεού.
There she was, Grigoria, my future mother-in-law, told me to hurry up to the square. The barber said he would rather kill himself than have her as his mother-in-law. There was one thing about the marriage. Katerina was a dear friend of mine and the smartest girl in Filoti, but there was never any spark between us. I thought that was for the best. One needs a wife he can feel safe with. But now I couldn't stop thinking of the British girl.
Ο Νικόλας είναι εδώ.
Μας έλειψε.
Πόσο όμορφος.
Πώς είναι ο Καναδάς?
The noise told me that my brother had arrived. Let's go and meet him.
Νικόλα.
Μας έλειψε.
It was so strange to see my brother after all these years. He looked like a grown man now. I barely had a chance to welcome him and his lovely wife as Grigoria pushed through the crowd and seized Nicholas, dragging them away to his room. As my brother left, the crowd also disappeared, and under the tree, I saw that girl again.
Hey, clumsy shepherd guy. I reckon the barber couldn't find the smile underneath your beard.
Have you found the shop then?
Oh, I always knew where it was. I just wanted to hear it from you. The beard suited you better, by the way. My name is Mary.
I'm Petros. Nice to
Τι κάνεις εσύ ακόμα εδώ?
meet you.
Grigoria looked as if she could drag me by ear. You see, according to her plan, I needed to immediately start reminding my brother how important it is for families to support each other. She gave my new look a couple of disapproving glances and pushed me in the direction of Nicholas. Mary was already gone. On my way, I had tried to remember everything Grigoria told me about opening the grill. I wanted to convince him, but you try asking your baby brother for money. He asked me about mother, the farm, the village, but quickly cut to the chase. Was I really going to marry Katerina, Grigoria's daughter? Wasn't she like a sister to me?
Αλήθεια θες αυτό το μπελά για πεθερά σου?
That question again. Was I really going to have this nuisance Grigoria as my mother-in-law? She would probably tell me what to do for the rest of my life. And what about love?
Εδώ κοίτα χάλια. Να γαυγίζει το ένα στον άλλον σαν ηλίθια κουταβάκια.
It was Katerina, as always with a clever joke and perfect timing.
Χρειάζομαι τη βοήθειά σου, Πέτρο. Και...
Thanks to Grigoria, the village was without electricity again.
εδώ είμαστε.
Grigoria had gotten an ice cream machine for the grill. Now every time she turned it on, the entire village lost power. Katerina needed me to go to the generator. Let's go. It's down near the bus stop. We restarted the generator and were ready to head back to help Grigoria with dinner preparations when we heard cheerful voices.
No, Lily, you can't climb that thing.
Mary was with another girl, a skinny French hippie, in a barret called Lily.
Why not?
It's like 100 years old.
Hundreds. It's one of the oldest buildings in Filoti, the Baroggi Tower.
Katerina never to pass up an opportunity for a lecture. I could see Lily back up as Katerina bombarded her with names and numbers. Oddly enough, their eyes sparked, excited for a worthy opponent. For me, I only saw Mary. I forgot even my poorest English when she looked at me. She asked us to join them at a celebration in the tavern of Old Manolis. I answered the only way I could, nod and smile. Manolis was a quirky old man, a good friend of my father. His wife had died several years ago. His sons had emigrated to Australia. But there he was, walking, living joy. No one could leave his tavern hungry or sad. It was the last days he was working before retiring. It was the 17th of September, Saint Sophia's Day. And as his past wife had been called Sophia, he had decided to make a small feast for those cheerful young hippies he liked so much. I didn't even touch the wine. I got drunk only by looking at Mary. But who was I kidding? She was from another world. Literally. How could she even like a simple shepherd like me?
Πέτρο, αγόρι μου, τι γιορτή είναι αυτή χωρίς χορό? Χόρεψε!
But Manolis, dance, he said. I wanted to run away as the old man pushed me in the direction of Mary. Ballos in the heart, not in the foot, he said.
Μπορεί να είμαι μεγάλος, αλλά τα μάτια μου βλέπουν ακόμα καθαρά. Μη κοιτάξεις πίσω.
He said, don't you dare look back. And I didn't. Just kept my eyes on her, Mary. And everything felt right in the world for this moment. Next to us, Katerina was showing some moves to Lily. I had never seen her so happy, and I'm not sure I had ever been this happy myself.
Oh, I need to go. I have a bus to Hora.
Let me walk you there. Katerina,
You go. I'll show Lily some other places in the village. We'll meet at my mother's dinner.
She needed to go back to Athens. She needed to find some purpose in her life, she said.
Thank you. This was the best day of my trip.
She said she had seen me in the village before, that I had always looked so happy to her, like I had found my purpose in life. After she left on the bus, I forced myself to go back to Fasolas, allowing myself one last moment of joy along the road. My farm was hidden behind those hills. I could feel the first beams of the sun in the morning when I went to feed the animals. Freedom and calmness. Would I really give this up for a noisy, smelly grill? And Mary? No point in dreaming. Even if she stayed in Naxos, no way she could ever be with someone like me. I was already preparing myself for a good yelling by Grigoria. How could I go missing for hours when I heard...
Look at him. Gets even more grumpy every time I turn away.
Mary, but how?
Guess I shouldn't turn away anymore then.
She said that she felt an irresistible desire to learn another dance and wanted to discuss something with old Manolis. Before I could ask her more, Katerina called me.
Εδώ είσαι, Πέτρο. Άντε, γεια σου.
Her mother indeed was furious. Nicholas and his wife were already there.
Πέτρο! Πού είσαι?
All right, let's go to dinner. I was worried for no reason. Dinner was a blast. Everyone liked each other and was happy to listen and help. Even Grigoria suddenly started speaking English.
Βρωμοχύπησες και αδύναμα αδερφάκια.
No, of course. Dinner was a disaster. Grigoria was angry that we brought Lily and Mary to dinner. I was mumbling the prepared speech. Grigoria corrected my every word, in between making compliments on the success of Nicholas in Canada, until he couldn't take it anymore.
Είμαι εντελώς απένταρος.
Nicholas said that they were completely and absolutely broke. Clary's parents had cut her off when she married a poor immigrant against their will.
Αυτός ο απένταρος ψεύτης με εκμεταλλεύτηκε. Και ο αδερφός του είναι τόσο βλάκας όσο και οι γίδες του. Και γιατί αυτές οι βρωμοχύπησες τρώνε το φαγητό μου?
Grigoria lost her temper, called Nicholas a broke liar, said that I was as dumb as my goats, and even called Mary and Lily dirty hippies.
Όλα μόνη μου θα τα αποφασίσω. Ο Πέτρος θα πουλήσει τη φάρμα και έτσι θα ανοίξουμε την ψισταριά.
Now she wanted me to sell the farm, to open the grill. Thank God Katerina couldn't take it anymore either.
Γάμος τέλος, μάνα! Φεύγω!
The wedding was off, she said. Katerina declared that she would travel the world with Lily instead, and that she might have started to fall in love with her. The last person Grigoria could try to blame was me. But I was already gone. I went to catch Mary, who had left the table somewhere in the middle of the heat. I caught up with Mary at the bottom of the stairs. I couldn't let her go.
Mary, wait.
Just let me leave. Please.
But you said you want to stay longer.
I was wrong. For a moment, I thought I could make a life here, but I don't belong.
Όλα αυτά εξαιτίας σου. Επειδή ανακατεύεσαι στις ζωές μας. Φύγε από το νησί μου.
Is she throwing rocks at me?
Grigoria was following us, throwing rocks and sticks. Not the proudest moment, I might say, but you know, people care about each other here, even if they show it in the worst way sometimes. I covered Mary and we ran to the Baroche Tower. Grigoria was surprisingly strong and accurate for her age, I might add.
Ελάτε, κρυφτείτε εδώ.
Old tavern owner Manolis appeared from the corner and hid us from Grigoria. After she stormed past, he asked Mary.
You stay here then, Mary. You have decided.
Oh, no, Manolis, it was a mistake.
I didn't understand. Was Mary thinking about staying on the island? Just then, The weirdest thing happened.
I can help you run the tavern, if that's what you are worried about.
Wait, what? Had Manolis really just offered her to run his tavern? Was Mary really going to stay? Before I could even think, I heard myself say I will help you. I will teach you Greek. I will help you with the tavern. I will sell the farm. Mary, you are already part of the island. Because I can't think about this island without you.
You would do that for me?
Only for you. I will also guard you against any stones Grigoria would throw at you, and throw them back.
The eyes of old Manolis were sparkling with joy. He later told us that the Balos had told him everything, that we would make a great team, and that the Balos never lies. About selling the farm, he had a better idea. I would keep the farm and provide the tavern with fresh local produce.
But how can we afford all that? My farm is already in debt. Just like your tavern.
Don't you worry about that.
It turned out that Mary was rich. Her father owned a restaurant chain in London. She had gone traveling to find a place for her first restaurant and fallen in love with Naxos. And I fell in love with her, from the moment I saw her. I proposed to her right after we opened the tavern. Katerina and Lily sent us postcards, looking happier and more in love with each new place they visited. Nicholas and Clary went back to Canada and things started to work out for them as well. Even Grigoria came around and gifted us the ice cream machine. 2 years later, we celebrated our wedding. Everyone came to congratulate us in the tavern. There was a lot of dancing, laughter, good food, and hopes for a happy future. Before I leave you today, I just want to take you on one more stop. This is where my father is buried. The night before my wedding, I went and visited him. I had almost forgot what man my father wanted me to be. He didn't want me to be respectable, successful, or rich. He wanted his sons to be one thing. He wanted us to be happy. And I wish the same for you. Have a wonderful time on Naxos, and find your happiness, just like I found mine.